number 3, Get to the Point. She'll be speaking for 5 to 7 minutes. Julie has been a member since May of '07, and she works with children in the school setting as a speech pathologist. She values personal growth, which is the reason she joined Toastmasters. Help me to welcome Julie. Imagine the embarrassment of being a stutterer, or the frustration of speaking so clearly that people cannot understand you. Learning to communicate is a very important part of growing up, whether it's stating an opinion, answering a question, or holding a conversation with a friend. Effective communication can help young people succeed in school and later in life. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, were you aware an estimated 6 million people under the age of 18 have some type of speech or language disorder? The purpose of my speech is to discuss speech disorders, language disorders, and third, how to recognize signs of speech and language disorders in young children. At the conclusion of my presentation, everyone will be able to name 2 behaviors that could be the result of a speech or language disorder. Let's begin with speech disorders. This includes voice, stuttering, articulation. Voice. This is the quality of a person's voice. If a child has a nasal voice quality, this could be the result of a cleft lip or palate. If a child has a hoarse voice quality, this could be the result of talking too loud and yelling, causing vocal nodules on the vocal cords. Stuttering. This is an interruption in the rhythm of speech. The child may repeat more than one word. For example, the boy, the boy, the boy chased the dog. The child may repeat one sound, the bu-bu-bu-bu-bu-bu, boy chased the dog. Or the child may do a prolongation or block like the boy chased the dog. These are all examples of stuttering. Articulation. This is the ability to produce the sounds of speech. To illustrate, I want to share this diagram. This is the ages for acquiring speech sounds. A child at the age of 4 should be learning to do a K sound, a T sound, for example. The sounds R, S, T, H, those are later developing sounds that may not come until 7 or 8 years of age. You wouldn't expect a 4-year-old child to have those sounds. Next, language disorders. Syntax, semantics, pragmatics. Syntax is the words that we use. For example, a child that has difficulty with pronouns might say, her is coming home, instead of saying, she is coming home. A child having trouble with verbs might say, he eats his dinner, instead of saying, he eats his dinner, adding the S to the verb eat. Semantics. This includes vocabulary development. During the holidays, I work with my students on foods that we eat during the holidays. Some children call a turkey a chicken. Some children don't have a name for the word pie. Pie is an American dish, and some Hispanic children have never been exposed to the word pie, and they may not have a name for it. Pragmatic. This is how we use language. This includes following the rules of conversation. Turn taking. I talk, you talk. I talk, you talk. It's back and forth exchange. It also includes initiating conversation and staying on topic. Some students are unable to do this and have to be taught these tasks. Last, I want to talk about potential signs. There are signs to look for that will help you identify young people who could have a speech or language disorder. Do they have difficulty expressing thoughts or ideas? Do they experience academic difficulties? Are opportunities to communicate with others avoided? Is their speech or language not similar to that of other children who are the same age? Are they difficult to understand? Untreated speech or language disorders can limit educational achievement, harm promising careers, and inhibit personal relationships. That is why it is important to help young people receive the treatment they need. In summary, I have discussed speech disorders, including stuttering, voice, and articulation. I have reviewed language disorders, including syntax, semantics, and pragmatics. I have shared potential signs that may indicate a disorder in speech or language. If you know a child who may have a speech or language disorder, help them express themselves. Refer them to a speech or language pathologist.
Thank you, Julie. That was very, very interesting. It kind of brought us into your world of what you do.